What's up, guys? Welcome back to another hutch cutting, or let's be honest, what I'm imagining is going to be a clutch unveil, because apparently my incubator is working absolutely perfectly this year, because this clutch is almost entirely done already, and it's day 59. So my day 58 I'm having pips either on or sometimes before or whatever, and by day 60 they seem like they're all out. So maybe I need to move my openings up, but I was out of town this weekend, so I couldn't have done it. I wish I'd have been here to do it Wednesday, but Wednesday was a nightmare as far as travel is concerned. For those of you who don't know, we obviously didn't do a live on Tuesday because I was in Fort Scott, Kansas at Mr. Josh Lundberg's place, Ball Python Shed, and let's be real, his internet's terrible. So a live stream was not really realistic, but had a ton of fun down there, learned a bunch, built some racks, spent some money. You know how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and let some of these people roll in. Let me check on some of these commenters real quick. A bunch of people in here already. Black Smoke, Herbert's here. Dave H. What's going on, guys? You guys are just kind of shooting the shit. Let me make sure, obviously, as normally, make sure that you can hear me. Man, that's crazy. Those cabinets back there, it was like a god glow. Kind of bizarre. But yeah, make sure everything's working well and you can hear me and we're live, and we'll get a couple people in here and we'll get this done. Like I said, it's not going to be overwhelming or exciting because I think most of them are already done, but we'll see how it goes. I need to scan Husbandry Pro, of course. You guys should all be using it. But I put in a couple of pairings today. Just a couple last ones. I'm hoping it's with a couple of girls I can just get over that last little hurdle, and they'll be late clutches. In fact, they could be all the way at this point to into the first of the year, so we'll see. But figured I'd put another group in just to kind of finish it up, so to speak, for the season. But other than that, we're about done as far as pairings and such are concerned. I still have, in fact, we're going to pull a clutch on this stream too, because I'm pretty sure she's laid finally. She was due on the 28th, and I think she's done now. So if that's the case, we'll go ahead and pull a clutch when we're done with these, since these are going to be kind of boring. But other than her, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8 at most clutches still to drop. So I still have a lot of eggs coming. Clutch 9 is cooking. So if I pull 8 more, we're going to be right in that same wheelhouse, 16 to 18 clutches like we did last year. Yeah, so it's just going to be a little bit later, I think, in the season. This next season, you guys stay tuned. I got big plans. I got big things happening. I know a lot of you guys have seen in the last couple of weeks, I'm working with Billy and with Will Morose and trying to focus, get some stuff done. You've seen online. Obviously, I got a bunch of stuff for sale. I'm trying to move out and change some products around. I got stuff coming in. Next year's breedings are going to be totally different, which is fun. It's kind of reigniting it in me. I'm not doing repeat pairings and basic stuff as much and that kind of thing. A whole new slew of stuff, changing things around. Big pairings coming, and we could be making some heat next season. So I'm really excited. But that's next year. We got 20 people in here now. Don't mind me looking away. I'm looking at my computer because that's where the chat is. You guys are over here, obviously. Yeah, we got 20 people in here. Obviously, you guys can hear me. Do you guys want the music in the background or not? Does it matter? I can put some on. It's up to you guys. But I'll wait and see what you guys say in the comments there. Let me bring in my egg cam real quick, like so. All right. So clutch cards. I'm gonna remake these. You know, I like the concept. I had these made by Victoria's Serpents, I think it is. I like the way they look. They're really nice. I want this to be like more cardstock than paper, you know what I mean? And I need to lighten the transparency of my logo because it's a little hard to write through it. So we'll make some adjustments, but I like these. But on here it says Scarlet, which is our black pewter, so black pastel and pastel female, and Chandler, which is a blackhead calico male, and 7 eggs here. I know very little about blackhead. Let me go ahead and get the parrots real quick. I'll show you those. I know very little about blackhead, to be honest with you. And in fact, for anybody that's interested, this male is also listed right now for sale because it just doesn't fit moving forward into some of our plans. But he's obviously a proven breeder. I've got eggs right in front of me here. So really cool stuff. I love Calico. That's more the reason I got him. I don't know a ton about blackhead. I'm probably going to get back into it a little bit heavier, but I'm going to probably buy maybe a blackhead clown or something like that. You know what I mean? Something a little bit more stout for what I'm doing. But blackhead calico, really nice example. I'm a huge fan of high white calicos, which obviously this one's not. This has got a good white expression, but I like it when the white's like way up here. You know, same with my spiders and whatnot too. But blackhead calico male. Super good looking example, and like I said, he's actually listed on Morph Market and on our website as well. And then the female you guys have seen before, it's the second year for her, or third year for her, I guess. The ball python, the black pewter, so black pastel and pastel, obviously. This girl we are going to keep. We do have other ideas for her. I might. I'm not spoiling all of the secrets for next year. I think, because I don't know the answer, because nobody that I've talked to knows the answer, but I'm pretty confident I actually have all of the pieces to make the campfire. So if that's the case, and I'm correct, we're going to try to do that this year. So we're going to hold on to her, but yeah, blackhead, calico to black pewter, 7 eggs, no slugs. Today's day 59, like I said. Oops. And let's see how many of them are actually going to have held out to see, or let us cut. Okay, so not as bad as, was it the last clutch that we did? I think it was, where they were all out and done. Looks like all but one, maybe 2, this one and this one are not cut yet. We got 2 completely out. So there's that. That's crazy, but you know, I'm fine as long as we get to open up a couple of these and look a little bit deeper. So that'll be cool. I forgot my scissors. I need those. Gotta have the scissors, man. Germany. Picked these up from a really small boutique knife shop in Germany, in a small little tiny town in Germany. So that was super cool. For those of you in the chat, especially those that are more well versed in blackhead, I'm probably going to need your help a little bit on what some of these are, if you can tell right away. So let's see. I guess we'll pull these eggs out since they're obviously done with them. So let's see what we've got here. First of all, that came out, I guess. So this one, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a pastel blackhead. So obviously I get the pastel patterning and color and whatnot, but the contrast, the more black back stripe, obviously the head a little bit, it's not as bright as pastel. I think this is pastel blackhead. So that looks really cool. I love that look, that combination. Maybe calico. I don't think so. It could be calico, obviously, but maybe not in this case. So no big deal. No big deal there. And then I I hate to show this now because I have a feeling this might be the best of the best. But this is actually I saw this yesterday. This was the first one out, done and ready to go. And to be completely honest with you, I have no idea what it is. I want to guess. I want to guess and say this is everything. This is all 4 genes, because I can't imagine that a black pewter calico, I guess I could have looked it up online, but I haven't got to it yet. I've been real busy. But I can't imagine that just a black pewter calico would be this crazy. But it's going to have, man, when this thing sheds, it's going to have super high white sides. You can see it's all pixelated under here. It's obviously black pewter. I think it's obviously calico in the sides I'm showing and whatnot. And my question is it indeed also blackhead? You know, either way, like I said, I don't know what we're dealing with here, but it's incredible. It looks freaking rad. So, yeah, so that thing's awesome. So, I'm not going to sex them right now. I could, but I'll give them a couple of days, and we'll sex them and see what they are. But if anybody else knows better than I do, there you go. Looks like Herbert in the chat, HB Reptiles, said that that first one is indeed a pastel blackhead. So that's what I thought. That's a really clean look too. I like that a lot. Drink of the night, in case anybody curious. It's obviously fall time. Sam's Oktoberfest. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to leave these 2 that have not been cut naturally to the end. So we'll start here. Got a little nose sticking out. I'm just excited to see that my incubator is working so well, and these ones are all coming out, you know, on good time and whatnot. That's because this is the first season with this specific setup that I've got, and so I'm glad to see it's working. All right, in here we've got definitely a black pastel, but that striping and how busy that side pattern is, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's hard to tell. Let me know if you think I need the overhead light too. I can turn it back on as well. But look at that side pattern. I'm saying black pastel blackhead, I think here. That's freaking rad. I love that back stripe. That's going to be gorgeous. So that looks like black pastel blackhead. Do we call that a super black pastel head? Is that how that works? Just kidding. Another egg here cut up nice and good. Let's see what we got here. He's getting ready to come out, it looks like. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's like silver. Okay, so maybe, yeah. Okay, so maybe is what we've got here now. If we compare these 2, right? Again, I'm just spitballing. I'm no genetic expert by any means, but what I'm seeing here is black pastel black over here, right? This has a very similar pattern. You can see it's got a similar striped neck and back. Same thing you can see kind of down here. Really blown out sides, but it's obviously silver. So I'm wondering, is what we have is like the progression here, right? So that one over there is the black pastel blackhead. Looks like this would be the black pewter blackhead, and that one is the black pewter blackhead calico. It's kind of what I'm going at right now. I think that's what I'm going to stick with for the time being. But this is going to look killer when it comes out. It almost looks xanthic, and I know that's a black pewter thing. I've produced a number of black pewters, and I'm always like, oh my god, they're xanthic, you know, and they're not. Obviously, I've made a really nice black pewter het pied a couple of years ago, and it came out bright silver too, and it's obviously not anymore. But yeah, those look awesome. Those are incredible. What am I missing here in the comments here real quick? So Gen T, no freeway possible in this pairing. I got, there's no yellow belly or asphalt or anything. I see where you're going at though with the striping for sure. It definitely kind of looks that way. Parish Pythons likes it. Okay, yeah. So it looks like we're according to, at least from Herbert, HB Reptiles, who does have blackhead stuff. He's running it quite a bit. It looks like our guesstimation so far is is correct. So pastel blackhead, and we'll review them all at the end. Pastel blackhead, black pastel, blackhead, black pewter, and then the one with the calico at the end, it looks like so far. Yeah, stripe on the back, thinking freeway. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Absolutely, I understand that for sure. So when can I pick these guys up? ID or LD Exotics, I guess it says. You know, obviously once they get eating, so 4 to 6 weeks, give or take. So definitely stay tuned. If there's anything in particular that you are like super interested in, let me know. I try not to pre-sale if I can help it, just in case something goes wrong. But you know, knock on wood. I mean, this is stainless, but knock on wood, I haven't had any issues this year so far. So yeah, just let me know. Obviously, I doubt seriously I'm going to keep any of these. Again, trying to focus. I want to keep them all, but we've got limited space and all that. This one's cut up quite a bit too. This looks pretty wild. So we'll just go ahead and stick with what he gave us, or it gave us. It was really fun going down to another collection too. It's been a while since I've been able to get out and go see somebody else's stuff and whatnot. Jeez, look how busy that pattern is. Holy smokes, guys. That's a freaking zebra. We made a zebra. Like, that's bonkers. Oh my God. I'm legitimately speechless. That's phenomenal. I think it's black pewter. I don't know if this one's blackhead. The patterning is definitely different than that other one. It doesn't have the back stripe, and that's kind of where I'm thinking that the blackhead's coming from. This one's definitely more broken up, and the side pattern's wicked busy. I'm wondering if that then makes this one a black pewter calico. That might be the case of what we're getting here, but that's going to be, damn, that one's going to be sick when it comes out. All right, dude, we are on it. Like, this is fantastic. After last week's, or 2 weeks ago, last cutting, whatever it was, sorry. After that one with the letdown of the missing all the odds and I think proving, not hitting any pieds or labs anyway. This has been outstanding. Permission pythons, yes. False wall. In fact, it's 3-sided false wall, and top and bottom for that matter. It's all but the front. I have one or two videos just a while back in like maybe February, March, something like that, on my channel about this one. It explains what I did and how I did it a little bit different. I basically took the same plastic and whatnot, and I made like a 5-sided insert with the heat tape mounted and whatnot, and just slotted the whole thing in with fans and offset and everything. And it seems it's all sealed and everything. It seems to be working really well. So definitely go check out that video. I doubt it's first for me, Gen T, certainly first for me. I doubt it's the world's first. I mean, these are fairly simple combos here, but you never know. Let's see. We'll save the Austin special back there, the mole gold and whatnot one for the end. This one's not quite as dimpled as the others, as desiccated. So this one's a little bit behind. Hopefully everything's still okay. I guess we'll find out. I mean, it's part of the game, I guess, So let's see. Try to save the albumin if I can help it. Oh yeah, it looks good. So this looks like probably, let's make sure everything's good reactions. Yep. So we'll try to just get a look without spilling anything here. Looks like probably a blackhead calico, maybe a blackhead pastel calico. But looks like maybe blackhead calico for that one. He's just not quite ready yet, so we'll just set him down and let him do it at his own time here. Okay. All right, and last but certainly not least, this is the one that Austin Royal Highness Python pick, right? It's got the Cocoa Mojo, a little bit of mole gold. No windows on this one, but let's see what this one has. Another all gene would be cool. How often do you hit all the genes? You know, it's interesting, and it took me a while to understand the just math of this, is let's say you put a 4-gene animal to a 4-gene animal, right? Mathematically speaking, you have exactly the same percentage odds of hitting an 8-gene animal as you do a normal. So it helps in that regard that you're less likely to hit normal when you're using multiple more genes than that, but you have a much harder odds, obviously, hitting the all gene. The next thing with like a 4-gene to a 4-gene, overwhelming majority of your hits will be somewhere in that like 3 to 5, 3 to 6 gene area. So that's kind of a cool way to look at it. This one here. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Let's make sure he's all good. He's upside down. This one may have not made, guys. This does happen. I don't like the fact that there's no, sorry, you can't see it. I don't like the fact that there's no veins, considering I just cut it. Obviously, these ones that cut on their own, there are no veins left, right, because they've already absorbed. This one was not cut at all, and there's no veins that I can see, and it's still full of albumin, and I'm not getting a reaction. I think this one is, yep, this one's a no-go, guys. That's too bad. Damn. I wonder if it's a twist in here somewhere. Hard to tell. We'll take it out later, I guess. That looks like it was going to be probably a really nice black pastel calico of some kind. This oranges in here are really, really pretty. But yeah, I don't think, doesn't look like this one is viable, unfortunately. Bummer. All right, we'll set that one aside. I'll deal with that later. It does happen. You know, number of possibilities there. It could have been. It's because it looks like it's fully formed. That's the crazy thing. And I'll leave it up to you guys. I know YouTube is kind of funky about this kind of stuff, but the 42 of you guys that are watching, if you want me to open it up and take it out, so we can see if maybe it was a twisted umbilicus or if it was upside down or what have you, I will leave that call up to you guys and see what you think. But it does happen. I've had this happen a few times before. We've lost entire clutches to incubation error. It's not nearly as common as some, I guess, would lead to believe, but it can happen. And in this case, especially since it looks like it's fully formed, you know what I mean? It looks like it's all done. I wonder if it just got to the end and, we'll have to check and see if we do take it out and see if it's got an egg tooth, because if not, it may literally, quite honestly, because all of these others were already pipped, there's no, blood vessels on these, the ones that did pip, you know what I mean? This one obviously we cut because it wasn't quite ready, or wasn't quite done yet. But if you think about all these other ones and the fact that these two are out, these are obviously done, right? That's why I cut them. They're ready to go. And so it's possible, this is literally possible, that if it doesn't have an egg tooth, it can't cut. And at that point, it needs to get out and breathe. And it's possible that because of all the albumin that's still in there, but no blood vessels, that it did in fact drown, which is not uncommon. So it can happen. Let's see here. Do it, open it, agree, do it. I'd like to see if we can see what. Okay, cool. Well, if you guys want, I'll go ahead and open it up. It does, it's a learning experience for all of us, and that's part of what's going on here. So let's see if I can keep most of the albumin in here and keep it mess free. So let's see. So far off the top, I don't see a twisted umbilicus. I mean, there is the umbilical cord there. It's still connected. You can see the yolk sac down here in the bottom. There's no knot in it from what I can tell so far. That looks correct. Okay. I mean, he's got himself in a little bit of a knot himself, but not like the ones I've seen twisted severely. You know what I mean? Yeah, he had it twisted around himself a little bit, but that not enough that it would not have absorbed. Yep. So it's, the yolk sac looks fine from what I can tell. It's kind of tough to see, but the yolk sac does look okay. And let me check the nose here. Zoom you guys in just a little bit. Let me check the nose here and see. Yeah, no, it looks like there's a little tiny egg tooth on there. It's tiny. It's not, but there's definitely a sharp point to it. So there you go. I mean, who knows, right? It's anybody's guess what could happen. That's too bad because that was going to be a really pretty black pastel calico. I love that interaction of those two genes in particular. Again, like I was saying, the campfire project, I'm almost certain that's two parts of that picture, because you can see like how these oranges are just insane. It pulls all the pattern together and just incredible. So yeah, so too bad. Like I said, it doesn't look twisted. The yolk sac looks healthy. Like it's not like it. It's tough though because he or she is fairly thin. I mean, he's obviously got a lot to absorb still. So maybe there was some interference in the yolk. Look at how cool that tail pattern would have been. Jeez. Yeah, but he's like super deflated, I think is what happened. Some interruption with the absorption of the yolk sac probably a week or so ago. And he just never got to the nutrients he needed. I don't think this is a late, well, it's obviously a late in cycle issue, but I don't think this was like they couldn't get out and it drowned kind of thing. I think this has probably been done for a few days, I would imagine, if I were to guess. So sad. It's sad for sure, but if you're going to breed, it's certainly part of the process, part of the experience. So we got to take the goods with the bads, obviously, and I would say the goods here are just awesome. We certainly need to highlight and be excited and grateful for what we did hit. So we'll go back through again. Like I said, we'll do a refresh or a update, I guess. So what we think here is the pastel blackhead. Looks really cool. Simple 2-gene combo, but man, the blackhead stuff is just so good. So good. And then the next step up from that would probably be this guy here, which I think is the black pastel blackhead, right? So crazy side pattern, obviously really dark, solid or very close to solid back stripe. Really nice. So what I think is the black pastel blackhead. This one, I'm not gonna screw it too much because he's got a ways to go still, but he is reacting, or it's reacting. It's doing fine, so we're not to worry about that. This I think is either a blackhead calico. Sorry, either a blackhead calico or a pastel blackhead calico probably. So I'll put that one towards the back so it stays a little bit warmer, and make sure he does okay. And excuse me, I just say he for everybody, Then, so we got black pastel, blackhead, right? And then what I think, so what do we come up with here? Black pewter blackhead, maybe? Same thing with same side pattern, but with the stripe. So these two look very similar, but this one gets the silveriness from the pastel. So black pure blackhead, I think. And then next to it, the black pewter calico is what I'm going to go with on this one. We'll see when it comes out and sheds and cleans up. But this is like I said, a freaking zebra. This thing is nuts. It is absolutely insane looking. So I think a black pewter calico there, and then here we'll set all these in the back, and then obviously the as they say, the coup de grace. What I believe is all 4 genes. I think we represented everything here in the black pewter blackhead calico. This thing at 300 or 400 grams and a couple of sheds, it's gonna look bonkers. That is so cool. It's broken in one spot right there. Looks like, I was gonna say, a completely unbroken dorsal. so close. Just weird, bizarre pattern. Like I said, it looks xanthic. It's just insane. Looks like it's gonna have really nice high white calico sides. All of this in here is going to be speckulated in white. Like this is fantastic. This is just fantastic. So awesome little clutch. You know, too bad we missed. We didn't make it on that one. You know, it happens. Not a huge deal. You know, it's part of the game. I'm gonna go ahead and put these guys in the incubator, and we'll go ahead and I'll pull another clutch for you if you guys want to see it. Just let me know in the comments. It's it'll be a fun one actually. I think it'll be more fun to hatch, obviously, but let me know if you want to see that because I got to prep an egg box, obviously. But until then, I'm going to keep an eye on the comments real quick. Yeah, great odds. Yeah, just weird how that happens. You know what I mean? It's such is life. So, okay, yeah, we want to see the. We'll pull this clutch here. So I'll show you how I do this. I've already done a video on this, but we'll go ahead and I'll pull the camera and you guys can watch my system, I suppose. Excuse the mess. I'm trying to get caught up from being gone. So first thing we got to do here, we'll grab an egg box. I keep all these in the incubator, not because it keeps them warm, but because it keeps them out of my way, right? So we'll go here and we'll go ahead and get that zeroed. And then I use vermiculite. I'm using this stuff for the time being because it's like fine, but I prefer, from the ones that I've used, I prefer the red bag that you get from Lowe's for what it's worth. But anyway, got to change this back to grams. And then we're going to do, I typically, so my measurements are based on that red bag from Lowe's, and it is a different, definitely a different density. So there I usually do about 200 to 250 grams of vermiculite to about 250 to 300 grams of water. 250 grams of this stuff is a ton. So I'm going to run closer to 150 grams. So it's not 5 inches deep, you know what I mean? So give or take, not an exact science. So there's about 150 grams there. And then I still, because this is fairly thick, I'll still run this up to about 400 to 500 grams with the water. You really can't put too much water in my opinion. I mean, I don't want it, you know, swimming, obviously, but since the eggs don't touch the water or the vermiculite because of the Easy Hatch trays and whatnot, or Freudian slip there. I used to use Easy Hatch, and they're a great product, but you guys know I'm a Dragon Hatch person now with the orange tubs. But anyway, that's the problem with doing live. You can't edit the stuff, right? So just because they don't touch it, I don't have to worry about getting the eggs wet. Only reason I put a glove on for this is because it makes a mess. So it sticks to everything, and I don't want to have to rinse a bunch of this crap down my sink, you know what I mean? So I just do this just to mix it up. But you mix it up, it should clump pretty good. Maybe wring a little bit of water out, but not a ton. That's pretty solid, actually. So this mixture is about 150 grams of whatever that brand of vermiculite is to about, what would that be, 350 grams of water, something like that. So about 5 grams total. Give or take. Again, it's certainly not an exact science. That's why I wear the glove. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll come over here. We'll grab one of our beautiful Dragon Hatch trays. We'll get that prepped. All right, let's go grab our girl. I like doing these lives more than I like making videos anymore, to be quite honest with you. I don't know why. Just kind of out of the mood of videos lately. All right, here we go. So I'm going to document this like I do with all of my clutches. So I'll take a picture of her so I can put all this on the old gram, you know what I'm saying? So we got her. Let's go ahead and zero our scale again so we can put the eggs on it. She looks like she's going to cooperate. So this is a fire het clown, originally from Justin Kabilka. and she was bred to a pinstripe clown male, who is also, by the way, for sale. So you guys can tell, obviously, she's like super deflated, totally empty. We'll go ahead and I'll give her like a little lukewarm bath and clean her to that later when I do the rest. So we'll get a picture of the eggs. That's step 2. As they lay, we'll go ahead and grab the bundle. Put them on our little doodad here. And we'll get a picture of that. For whatever reason, the camera does not take a picture of this scale correctly. So I don't know if you guys can see. It cuts off. It always cuts off like 1 or 2 of the numbers. I don't know why it does that. It's really annoying. It has to do with the frame rate, I know for a fact. But it's like, how do I see? Now it cut off different numbers that time. Like, this is just dumb. It's annoying. But we'll get it. Let's see here. If I click on that. Get it? Nope. Frustrating. Bear with me, people. I'll get it. Good enough. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and blend all this crap up. Like I said, we'll clean her up, get her some fresh bedding, fresh water here in a day or 2. And actually, I'll probably do it in the morning when I get up, not about it. So there we go. So let's grab this one now. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eggs. First time mom. Not going to complain about that. So as you guys know, hopefully by now, I separate all of my eggs. These are, I know for a fact, are fresh because when I left at about noon today, she still had not started laying. So these are definitely from this afternoon at some point. So they come apart pretty easy. I just like, I know a lot of people say, you incubate them the way they lay and all that stuff and whatnot. I just like separating them because that way if one goes bad, starts to mold or whatever, it doesn't take the rest with it. All right, so now if you excuse me for just a moment, I'm going to turn the lights off so we can handle. It's going to get dark real quick. I can still see. That's kind of cool. It's much darker for me than it is for you, believe me. So we're going to candle. I'll show you guys. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. There you go. You see that little round, that little bubble it looks like in that dark spot in the middle? That's our embryo. That's our little snake baby. So, and you can kind of shake it and see how it wiggles a little bit. So we're going to turn that to where it's on top. Drop it down here in the little tray. Same thing here. Bubble on top. You guys can actually see it better than I can. That's interesting. All right, so put that one there. Same thing, bubble on top. And that's actually this motion here, this little movement. It's a lot more, there you go. It's a lot more obvious in person, but that actually helps identify it so much easier because it doesn't react as fast to like the little shake, So it's easy to see. That one's really, really easy to see. We'll get it on top there. Nice big one. These all got really nice veins too. First time mom, man. Proud of her. Did good. There we go, right there. Okay. All right, so 7 beautiful eggs, great looking veins. Let's go ahead and put a 7 on these. So which way is up? No, that's not true. We need to put a 10 on this, clutch 10. 7 eggs in total. So obviously hoping for fire pinstripe clowns here. Wouldn't mind putting a female on the shelf, but most of these will probably be for sale too, to be honest with you. Make sure you guys are keeping up with our Morph Market and our website. I mean, we are constantly upgrading. We got a lot of stuff listed right now. It just so happens I'm timed out right now to where all my the sensor push sensors are exactly coinciding with the clutches. So we'll put that in the back. Unfortunately, right this minute, I am out of, no, I'm not. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I was mistaken. I thought I was out of press and seal. I am out of snake room press and seal, but there's always press and seal in there. You guys know I use press and seal. I love the press and seal. I think it is just, I just think it makes that much of a difference. I've had too many just variables with clutches, incubation that over the last couple of years that, you know, whether or not this is necessary, I'm not here to debate. I know that I like it. It seems to be working for me, especially as dry as Montana is and can be, you know, certainly during the winter. You know, and so it's just, I don't know. I've been really happy with it. And then I've tried to convince myself to not open these subs very often because I do think that has a negative effect on the incubation. But I'll go through, like, let's say this one's due on the 30th of the month. I'll go in somewhere around maybe the 15th. So we're about 2/3, 3/4 of the way through it. And I'll open it, let some of the water drain off the top, and you know, just kind of make sure it's going the way we want it to. And it's called burping. It also lets it air out and get some fresh air in, which is always good for it. So, all right, so we're gonna write on here. This is clutch number 10 of the year, and this is Blue. Don't ask me, I didn't name her. Oh, Blue, the pinstripe clown, to Poppy, the Fire 100% Heck clown. Today is 9/3. There are 7 good eggs and 0 slugs. And then we go like this, and we ask, what's 58 days from today?
It's Sunday, October 31st, 2021.
It's Halloween! Awesome! 10/31. So here's the crazy thing, you guys. Not only that's kind of cool for a couple of reasons. Think about just the funny coincidental nature of us hatching clowns on Halloween. Am I the only one that's getting this? You know what I mean? But the other amazing part of that is my son's birthday, or rather my son's projected due date is October 30th. And my wife is desperately hoping that we can hold out, or that he doesn't need to come early for whatever reason, and we can induce or hold out to have him born on Halloween, because my wife's got a huge rager for Halloween. And so how crazy would it be for my son to be born on Halloween and we hatch a whole bunch of clowns on Halloween? It's going to be awesome. So there's that one. We'll go ahead and put this in the incubator now and get cracking away at it. For those that are interested, obviously you guys keep coming back for these egg cuttings, and I appreciate it for sure. The next one is due on the 28th. Let's see what day of the week that is. The 28th is a Tuesday. And we're not doing a live stream that night because I got overtime for this like month and a half. Tell you what, we might do that egg cutting on Monday the 27th. I'll let you guys know as we get a little bit closer. That one, speaking of clowns, that one is our GHI Mojave het clown to our clown female. So hopefully make some more GHI Mojave clowns. By the way, nope, that one's already sold. Never mind. False alarm. The pinstripe clown male is still available. The blackhead calico male is available. A bunch of other stuff is available. The GHI Mojave is already spoken for. So yeah, about 3.5 weeks or so, we'll have the clown clutch, that first clown clutch of the year. And then just a few days, about a week after that, that's the sunset clutch, hopefully. I'm a little nervous. I'm not holding my breath, I'll tell you that. But I would love to hit a sunset in that clutch. That would be incredible. So if you guys got any questions, drop them in the comments real quick. That's about it for tonight. really pleased. I mean, we lost one, but like I said, that happens. But other than that, I'm really pleased, and I like what we hit. Those are some pretty crazy odds. I'd love to see probably a bunch of girls in there. That'd be sweet. Again, most of the stuff is going to be for sale, if not all of it. We've got a ton of stuff back here in the hatchling rack already, and obviously we're moving a bunch out of our holdback and breeder racks as well. Let's see. Let me check some of these comments real quick. Damn, I want one of those scales. I wish I knew the brand. Shade Tree Exotics, you are not the first person to tell me that. I get this question probably about once a month anymore. It literally doesn't have a brand on it. Look at this. It literally does not have a brand. There's nothing on the front. It just says mode and tear with like a little screen. And it says digital kitchen scale, max 33 pounds on the back. That's it. There's no info, no names, nothing. It came from Amazon. I'll tell you that much. And it's probably 9 by 12, give or take. So you know what it looks like. Go to Amazon and type in digital kitchen scale and see if there's one that looks like this. It's roughly 9 by 12. Works really well. I do use this one. Some of you guys have seen this before. I do use this one for like hatchlings and that, just because it's a little bit more precise, a little finite, and much easier to use. This one doesn't have a name on it either. Oh yeah, it does. AWS. So, but yeah, that big scale works great. I like that a lot. I use it all the time. Especially the way I've been using it lately is packing shipping boxes. They're going away. Just ordered our dragon hatch trays. Awesome, man. I love them, dude. They're the difference in the angle. Let me move you guys over here so I'm not just like looking past you, I guess. All right. Anyway, that looks awful, but whatever. So, yeah, the dragon hatch trays. I love those. They're fantastic. Good looking clutch. I'd like to have another clutch to put in the incubator. Oh, it's exciting and motivating. Yeah, dude, I love, this is the best time of the year, obviously, is getting eggs and more importantly, hatching them. That's always fun. By the way, speaking of which, you guys, I still have clutch 1 stuff in here. You guys somebody needs to hop on these. Like, these are stellar males. Look at this. These in particular, anyway. You guys still need to get on this, man. These things are growing like a weed. They eat like crazy. This is the GHI Mystic Pinstripe. And it's possible red stripe as well. I tend to believe it is. I don't have it listed as a red stripe. I'm 99% certain it is. The color on the camera is not doing a damn bit of good because it's definitely more rusty than that. But I have the other one, which I think is the GHI Mojave Pinstripe Red Stripe, and it's a little bit different. I can see the variability in the color and a little bit of pattern that shows on this one. But this is the GHI Mystic Pin, more than likely Red Stripe. And then, even though it's less genes than the all gene, obviously, I actually think this looks better. And that's the GHI Mojave Red Stripe. So this is very similar, but obviously no pin. And just the way that pattern turned out is incredible, and how high white those sides are, and just a little blanketed alien heads and whatnot. So both of these guys are still available. I don't know how they're still sitting here, but they are more than ready to go. Let's see. Take me out here. There we go. 7 eggs, nice clutch. Built my first rodent rack today. Thanks for the cut sheets and video. Oh man, I appreciate it. I'm glad they worked out for you. I've kind of gotten away from the, the DIY stuff and that. So it's just good to see that there's still people watching and getting use out of that. My wife's birthday is the 30th. That's awesome, Herbert. So we might, I cut that one early. We might get both. Only it was a girl, dude. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm telling you, if it was a girl, I'd probably keep it. That's the problem. So, anyway, unless you guys have any other questions, I think we'll go ahead and call it there. It's been crazy around here. Got a lot going on. Obviously, the season's going good. Moving a ton of stuff out. I'm shipping 9 snakes on or next week, maybe 2 more, depending on how the rest of the conversation goes here this evening. And then we got a bunch of stuff coming in. So it's we're rocking and rolling. And I appreciate all you guys' love and support and helping out and whatnot. So yeah, that's going to do it. I will see all you guys next week. We are, in fact, going to have, barring some other crazy turn of events, we are going to have a Tuesday night open mic on Tuesday with Sean Gray, finally, of Herp Show. We didn't work out with him a couple weeks ago because he was dealing with a crisis with the business. And we'll talk to him about all that, actually. So Sean Gray next week, and then that's it for this month unless we have egg cuttings. My Tuesdays are shot after next week. So sadly, I apologize to Herbert, the show sponsor, obviously, because he doesn't pay for me to not be here. But, duty calls, so to speak. And airplanes are still moving, so I got to be there. So we'll get next week done with Sean, and then we'll be done for the end of the month. I'll probably be able to get 1 or 2 into October, and then I got kids on the way again. So might have to take a little hiatus, get through some family time, get our feet back under us again, and then we can keep going forward. I appreciate all your love and support for sure. Make sure you're subscribed and you're following us on Instagram so you know about all this stuff and when it's for sale and when it goes live and that kind of thing. Be here in a couple of weeks for that clown clutch. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. Thanks, guys.